Hey guys, welcome back. It's Mike Espo. And if you remember, I did this car over the gold, funny gold bronze color, whatever it came out. It's a Talbot Lago. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But it is a gorgeous car. And I have the second one covered with bugs. And I really don't want to destroy it because I want to use the wheels for a different project. But as you can see, this one's beat up, played with, and it's been loved and in and out of a case. So I like to do I guess a diorama scene with it. So we're gonna take it apart. This is what I've been working on a little while. Was this little sandy road, sandy dusty road scene here. As you can see, there's some plastic in there and greenery. I'll turn it around this way. Some HO train scenery green and some wire mesh and some sand. So this will go on here somewhere. But that's what this diorama is going to start at. So let's take this apart in a professional way because I want to save the wheels. Also save the wheels and save that front bumper. Let's get to work. Come along for the ride. Okay, so the car is in 4 parts. I won't be using the bottom at all. The chassis is metal. I'm probably using that somewhere else because I do like the wheels. Red glass I won't be using. And I'm going to make my own interior. So we'll just save this interior. It's pretty cool. So I'll be taking this body with me. It's metal. It's solid. To work on the train, off the train. I travel a lot. These are the files I will be using. Along with some sandpaper. As you can see where this is going, I'm probably going to do a rusty road or a barn find or something out of this. Here's a quick tip. If you eat at Chipotle's, they make fantastic burritos. They leave these out. In New York City, they leave them out in stacks, like 50, 60, 70 at a time. I just grab a few every now and then like that. And then my workbench is surrounded by them. And if you're doing different projects, they are great for holding little parts. And then if you're working on this one, if this is in the paint remover, well, you can put a little, a note on it. Parts. 4, and then you put, like, say 55, and then that's it. It's off to the side, and you can get they don't mind you taking them. They're there for free. And as you can see, I have a bunch of them. So now getting back to I'll be taking this with me, and I'm going to rough it up to give you an idea. This is SE4 P100, and within seconds, you could be down to the bare metal. That didn't take long. If we even do it quicker, I'll show you the top. And there you have it. Right to the bare metal. This will end up in the paint stripper, but in the meantime, we're going to rough it up. We'll gouge out this line right here. Some of these pieces here will open up. We will fill this in because I'm not going to waste the parts for it. I like it, but we'll fill this in and smooth it out and make my own front for it. Now, just so you see here, back to the base, for this diorama. This is HO train scenery, which is very cool. And this here green stuff, this is what you put on the floor to sweep up. It has no sand in it, and it's a dry compound that it uses to pick up sand. So it's a little bit too bright, and I will be going over it. I have to find the right product, and I'll just bring it down a little bit in the color. As you can see, it's just a little bit too green, of a bright green for what I want to do. And the same thing here with this little orange netting. Over here I have different size white netting, and here's white netting. So we'll be working on that, and this is going to be my base for that. So just to give you an idea, this is how I started. And I do this on a moving train, but the train rides are pretty smooth. Just to sometimes pass the time. And this door here, I want to take this door completely out. And the wheel cover here, I want to take this wheel cover completely out also. So just to give you an idea of how I'm starting it. This is the front. No, the front is in the seats. The front belongs to the seats. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use that yet or not. Right there. So as you can see, I removed the door. It is a round door, and it's a suicide door. And this side here, I just cut into it a little bit. That's a little Mod Podge on the back. And I took out one headlight. If you could see that one headlight's gone. And now, before I prime it with a brown, because it's going to be a barn find, I'm just going to hit it up with a little JB weld right there in some spots. After we prime it, we'll come back to it. Okay, guys, so before I get started, this is a Talbot Lago. I hope I'm saying it correctly. It's an awesome car. I did one a few videos back, and this one I wanted to do in a period correct in a sea of mud. When I say period correct, you will not see any orange traffic cones, and you won't see any modern tires, and no orange flags, no ladders. So basically the car is sinking in the mud. And it's an old junkyard, very old junkyard, and the parts that are around it are also period correct tires. There's rims that are wooden rims with no rubber, and then you have rubber tires with no rims. I'll bring it back down a little bit before I spin it around. So way back here, there's a rear end, and it's period correct. And there's also a gas tank for the car, period correct. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but this was the whole idea of doing this car. And then the mud, of course, nobody rescued the car. Somebody came and stole the door, the windows, the glass, the wheels. And inside the car are also tires and extra seats. It looks wet, but it's not wet. I just had some shiny parts and went over the shiny part with a dry brush. I guess this is the best angle to see it at. There's more parts in here. All these are parts that are period correct. And I didn't want to ruin it by putting something in there that didn't belong in there. It's an awesome car. It's weathered. And this is how it would be in a really old junkyard. And here's some more wooden rims right there. Some springs. Not even an I-beam, just a wooden beam. Some old rusted out fencing. And of course the field is a field of mud. And the car was never rescued. So I'll put it on a turntable. Okay. Non-rehearsed. So this is this month's build, and that's the shot I'm looking for. I think it's a Ratty vehicle. And I used to love to go in junkyards when I was a kid in Brooklyn and Coney Island. and just walk in the grease and the dirt, the mud, similar to this diorama right here. And the real crazy thing about these cars today, they are finding these cars in the woods all over the world. They're finding them in England, they're finding them in America, in barns, in muddy fields. And people are pulling them out and restoring them 100%. Okay, so it's completely dry now. It's 2 days dried. And I got that mud effect I wanted. And I got the effect that the car was sitting in oil and oil had gathered around it. That's the effect right there I was looking for. I hope you guys enjoyed this diorama build for October 5th. And I'll put it on the turntable in a minute. But this is the car I was talking about. That I did in another video. I love this casting. This casting to me is beautiful. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please leave your comments down below. I've been working on some Mercury's, painted them pink. I got that in the works. I have an Impala in pink, a Volkswagen in pink, all coming up for this is October, for this month, breast cancer awareness. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. I will definitely get back to you. And until the next time, Mike Espo, and God bless.